Mr. Prasad, thank you so much for joining us on the debate, Mr. Prasad. Good evening to you. What do you think of this, Nawab Jan openly saying in Delhi that, Chandrababu Naidu stands for secular principles. He also said that Hindu and Muslim are like the two eyes of Nara Chandrababu Naidu. He is somebody who will actually protest against the Waqf Amendment Bill 2024. Around 10% Muslims in the state. Of course, the latest data is awaited. We looked for it. It's not been updated. But what is your opening comment about this? Because on the one side, he is supposed to be the protector of the Hindus and the great Sanatana tradition, and the other, you think, I know you are smiling, but do you think he will walk the talk and protest against his masters in Delhi, the NDA, and say, no, I don't agree?
Good evening, ma'am, and good evening to the
Good
panelists
evening.
and good evening to the viewers. Ma'am, the question and answer both are with you, and it's very clear and evident. The person who really talks more and more about Sanatana, and the person who really talks and initiated with the Tirupati Laddu, and subsequently a person is belongs to a turning person, like he has taken so many U-turns as far as Telugu state's pride, special status itself, and the way he has explained to the rest all as far as the turn what he has taken versus what the explanations he made for the special package. The same scenario, he never bothered about almost 12%. It's not 10%, man. Around 12% Muslim communities were here in Andhra Pradesh. And it is very, very, very clear that he says a different explanation to the people. The Waqf board, whatever amendment bill has been passed in the respective parliament, he says it is all in the protection of Muslim community and all sort of stories he narrates and he tells, because he had a huge media. Those narrations we can, either you or me cannot contradict. That's how he narrates the stories. Apart from all that, today everyone knows pretty well that the NDA government is surviving because of Chandrababu Naidu and Nitish Kumar. These two have never have a voice against Narendra Modi, because today his colleague might have said in Jamaat this thing, as far as Chandrababu Naidu is concerned, he had two eyes, one is Hindus, other is Muslims, and one eye got injured and entire body will all. This is another narration. And apparently, if he says about Muslim community as far as this particular bill is concerned, he will give 100% support, because if you really recollect, you are the senior most journalist and you know pretty well that after the Godhra incident, he himself given a verdict stating very clearly that we will never align with these set of parties. And subsequent developments in 2014, as far as 2024 is concerned, he just changes his colors as far as every 10 years. Just like instead of Pushkaras, every 10 years he changes his colors towards his political survival. This is going to be another huge turn, and he takes definitely a huge U-turn as far as Work Board 2024 bill is concerned.
Uh, we also, let me make it very clear to the viewers and to Mr. Prasad that we invited the TDP for a debate. They declined. They said, party guidelines, we will not come. I totally understand, but it's my duty to inform the viewers, because you must be thinking, where is a TDP representative? No, but they watch my show. I know this for sure. They watch the show very, very keenly. They can't say we never watched your show, because they are my audiences and I respect them, because they give me due kind of viewership, as it were. Mr. Prasad, this is of course I am addressing to TDP people, but I also want to ask you. On the one hand, you say Tirupati, Tirumala, Devasthanam, only Hindus will be given a place. Fine. It is your wish, your thing. But look at the Waqf bill, where they say that it will also comprise non-Muslim members. How can you have different rules for different bodies? What is with this hypocrisy?
No, no, the percentage of people who are more, and he'll just take that time Pepsi, because it demands more as far as the people's verdict and votes are concerned. It is just like a vote bank politics. Before the elections, whatever the promises he made as far as the Muslim community's vote bank is concerned, both Pawan Kalyan and as well as Chandrababu Naidu, the promises what they are given it to the respective community. Today, at the close clusters in 2024 Parliament Amendment Bill is concerned, we will definitely witness what sort of amendments it will be taken by these people. They'll take all sort of amendment for their convenience sake. If you really recollect the Tirupati issue, the initiation which was taken by Chandrababu Naidu, more he has specified and specifically given 100% support by Pawan Kalyan, and he has initiated for Sanatana issue also. Subsequent developments, if you really look at it, nothing has happened. And simply, a senior journalist like you, who is working in India today, has given a clear-cut picture about what exactly has taken place versus what the blames have been. The people like you are there for the sake of Andhra Pradesh to give the original voices, then only people will understand. These sort of debates will definitely enlighten Andhra Pradesh people that what exactly they are looking at.
You think this kind of speaking in a folk tongue, as it were, Chandrababu Naidu's senior person, leader, Nawab Jan, coming to Delhi and speaking at a Jamaat confluence saying that Chandrababu Naidu will say no to the Waqf Amendment Bill 2024. What happens to being an integral part of NDA then? Do you think he'll walk the talk?
I did check with the TDP sources, very senior TDP sources.
Yeah.
He said the gentleman has no right to speak. Naidu has not said anything like this, and Naidu will go ahead and support. Pawan Kalyan has already indicated his support. Pawan Kalyan's MPs will support, and Naidu also will support. There's no other vote. This gentleman was purely playing to the gallery. And as you know, in Kerala too, the Congress is now fighting a scare because the bishops have told the Congress MPs to resign if they don't vote for the bill in the parliament. Because there's an issue at Munambam, you know that what is happening at
Right.
Munambam. 650
Yes.
families have been impacted. The Kerala's MPs, I'm told, will abstain from parliament from voting against the bill. So that
Right.
is what is going to happen. So nothing happening with Chandrababu Naidu. I checked with a very senior person, not one, three people.
Right.
And all the three people said this gentleman has no right to speak.
Poor man. I think
He was
Nawab
just
Jan is unnecessarily become a fall guy because, you know, he's a very senior, I mean, one can call him, like my friend Prasad said, religious leader. He comes all the way to Delhi, he speaks at this confluence of people, and now he's been, you know, he's been cut down to size. But because, you know, we've also having a major hullabaloo in Karnataka, as you well know, you know, where the government said that no notices were given. We are now, you know, withdrawing all the notices. There was in Haveri, we saw stone pelting, we saw violence of, you know, which was really terrible. Homes were burnt and there was arson, etc., etc. But let me tell you something. Let's go back, flashback. You know, a couple of months ago, Lavusri Krishna, one of the leaders of Sai Krishna, I beg your pardon, one of the leaders of the TDP, even at that time, he said, look, I'm taking the middle path. I'm neither going this side nor going that side. How do you explain that then?
See, this is exactly the problem. Naidu has never said anything. It is these chota-mota leaders who come to the fore and try to play to the gallery because they'll stay in the public eye for a day or two. The problem
But he's
is
the
that
Lok Sabha floor leader, Suresh.
that is all
Lavusri
fine,
Krishna.
but this is a family party. Naidu decides everything, and it has been decided at the very senior level. Even if Naidu doesn't come, he will abstain. Imagine the bill will smoothly pass through Parliament, not an issue, because remember Pawan Kalyan. I think he's more hardcore Hindutva than even Modi. And Pawan Kalyan is all for it, and Naidu has no
Yeah,
choice but to follow.
absolutely. Yeah.
And that is exactly what is going to happen.